Hello, friends and bees and friends who are also bees. Proud to announce that I actually remembered to start playing music before I went live today instead of 4 minutes after going live. Thank you for the follow. Can't read that name because... Okay, we're getting a couple of follows. What's happening here is a bot. I'll go through and report them after I finish streaming and not now. As you can tell from the title, today we are going to be starting inverted commas route D of NieR Replicant. The way that it works is that on your third playthrough of the game you have an option right at the very end, and if you choose 1 you get ending C, and if you choose 2 you get ending D. However, I have a whole bunch of weapons that I need to upgrade in weapon stories I need to read through and stuff like that. So I decided to do a fresh playthrough for Route D. We should be able to go through it pretty quickly. I'm going to skip like the Emil streams and Kaine streams and stuff like that because we've seen them all already, so I'm not going to read those. Just doing the normal standard quests. Something else that's happening is that I am having some extremely spicy lag problems with my computer. I don't know why it's being so bad today, but there we go. So you can just... Like, oh yeah, I've got a great idea, I'll just do a thing. Will that fix it? Sure shit won't. Right. Anyway, I apologise in advance for technical difficulties and the fact that I'm going to be constantly alt-tabbing to make sure that OBS is still open. Alongside everything else, but enough of my hooting and hollering. Let's swap to the gameplay. I'm gonna leave my alert on for now and see if I keep getting bot follows. But anyway, to the gameplay. To me moving my drink so I can access my controller without knocking anything over. You notice I have 2 Route C saves and a huge time difference. This is a save that I've been grinding out materials on, so what I'm going to do is load this one, go through the intro, and then once we are at the Talk to Devil and Popola, we'll load into this one. I can't remember where I logged out, but it's where I've collected all of the materials I need for upgrading stuff, so... Let's hop in Route A, and I just remembered I don't have music turned on because I turned it off while I was listening to podcasts and collecting items, so turn that on afterwards.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something in my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
We are not going to delve into Kaine's memories because we have read them before. And also skim read them. This is basically identical to when I did Root C, so...
The beast approaches.
It sure does. Goop goop. Ooze ooze. Gross gross. Right. Sound, music volume, I think I had one. Sounds right, maybe.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today! My sword is lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Cannot target. Do our 40-foot vertical loop. Gross.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Grandma.
Sorry for the weird clicking noise in the background there.
You gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Oh, hey.
Neil.
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Apologies for the frame drops.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
I'm terrible at reading ages, so other than knowing that Emil is a kid, I have no idea what age anyone is supposed to be.
That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all. Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Pete, please try to. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me.
But Emil is just a buddy.
As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
Extremely spicy lag right now.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
I didn't get much sleep that night. My life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola.
Okay, what's happening right now?
Those feelings are pointless in the end.
Spicy and terrible lag.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
With apologies for the mismatched sound and video there, I do not know what happened. Other than spicy lag. Which is, you know, pretty much always what's happened. If the technical problems get too much, I'll cut the stream short, but I really at least want to get to where I can upgrade weapons. Because then I can take a whole load of things off my list and just worry about certain things.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going.
Wait, is that...
Campfires are weird. I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
I love them so much.
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is... different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your body. I know we can do it if we all work together.
Oh, Emil.
Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
I can't remember how the lyrics go. Also, I didn't realise that the captions weren't working. It's because every day I suffer. Okay, maybe start to work better here.
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale.
He's actually a robot, and we're all gonna die.
Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Here comes the rain. Okay. Have distinct memory of seeing Hannah, the musician, help before we now. Okay, so now we have saved. What we're going to do is load this. So baby, talk to me. Like love to. We still need to talk to Devila and Popola, except also, if you look here, we have lots of items, including 5 eagle eggs, because I completely forgot that you could get them in the DLC and spent ages farming them in the Eyrie before I realised.
Hey,
Oh, hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
All right.
I should be able to interact with the puppy. Valid for mochis to interact with Papui. Cough just wouldn't quit today. I saw a diet journal entry that I had never seen before recently, which is the chick following me home. And apparently it was very cute. I was like, that is the cutest shit. Why have I never seen this one before?
Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Oh, right. Yes, about that. You know about the lost shrine, right?
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Oh ho. It was right under our pages the whole time.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So take a boat.
A boat?
Yes. The canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected. What with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. All right. I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful.
Got
And
it.
for the love of
That's all she says is be careful. We need to enter the back entrance to the shrine. We are not going to take the boat. We are going to run through the Northern Plains because I still need some drops from the shades up there.
The path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
But that's not
How
the way that we're going.
excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
I think they said that.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona.
Absolutely not.
Let's use it as often as we need.
Everywhere in order to kill mob shades for their drops. It's too sunny today, they won't be out. Mind. Should have turned auto battle off and not fight these guys. Yeah, the teacher. Adult shade that I do want to fight isn't here, so. What you get is groups of those little shades with one adult shade, and it always seems to me
Hey,
like.
look who it is! Remember me?
That red bag. By my pages, you're the slovenly half of that couple who refused to stop arguing.
Seem like a parent or a teacher out with the kids.
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure has. I've been in charge of this canal since we last talked. Apparently I did a pretty good job with it because they decided to make me the permanent ferryman.
Oh yeah, huh? Congrats.
Thanks. Still, it's not all puppies and unicorns. The old ball and chain is always harping on me now about how much I work. Anyway, if you got a place to be, just let me know and I'll take you there.
Okay. Lost Shrine, rear path.
The Lost Shrine's up ahead. Just
As well
Just
as
past
the
this
Shadow
gate.
Lord's castle.
Let us make haste.
It's the dialogue that I accidentally skipped there. Don't mind me, just looking at maps as I do. This is it, chick home with him. Chet makes little traps and follows me around. It's the cutest thing ever. Like, I see that. Handsome. What do you want? Go away, dirty, defective swine. I'm not like you. I'm different. Oh, pardon me. zone has always looked to me like NieR Automata. You get the giant hole in the city, spoiler alert, when the tower comes down, and then you can like see into the city and stuff. It just looks so much like that for me with the various apartment blocks and stuff like that. As always, I love how Emil floats up with us, and then Kaine just sort of spawns in at the top of the top here. You again? Stop bothering me. The Grim of Ice has been taken away. Lancelot's dead. There's no reason for me to exist anymore. My life is over. Just leave me alone.
Ain't you excited, sunshine? We finally get to bathe in blood.
Don't talk to me.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Rolling around in a circle. Waiting for object. Okay. I'm going to pause for a second while I look something up and also wait for computer to behave. Full-on necklace. Full-on necklace, subdued bracelet, and pyrite is what I'm looking for here. None of which these guys will drop, but there we go. Casting shades that I need. We'll drop the things that I need. Okay, entrance, so. So the book that I will sell instantly. Whoops. It's fine. Pretend like I didn't just fall off the edge there. It's fine. I don't mind picking up the books because I can sell them later down the line. There's as always, I cannot remember if there's anything worth going for over here, but I'm going to nonetheless.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Pixie. Thank you very much for the resale. It is very much appreciated. I hope that you are doing well. You're having a good day. Have had a good weekend. 28 months. Goodness me.
This is all too easy.
Don't say words. Nice. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Biggs. That's always good to hear. Oh, thank you. I am doing my best. Honks, sadly. I'm fine. It is very much appreciated, Pixie, trust me. Thank you very, very much. Got Twitch payout recently and instantly spent half of it on stuff I need for the house and the other half on paying back my credit card. So I felt very adult for like 5 seconds after that. Paying back all the horrendous amount of money that I spent while I was in the UK, because I was like, I'll just put everything on my credit card and deal with it later. This is when it turns out there's absolutely no reason for me to have gone this way. Hello, Mel. I hope you are doing well. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a second. Because I'm having some lag. And also an email. From Twitch telling me that a bot followed Mochibot, which is kind of funny, I guess. Oh. I am living in computer problem hell at the moment, as you may be able to tell. So I apologise if I'm going very roboty or dropping all of my frames or something. I know the game is running very slowly. I have no idea what happens when computer misbehaves like this, so... It's great. It's like it works just fine for like 5-10 minutes and then surprise.
Hiya, Chuck. It's John.
Thank you for the host. Computer, hello? Okay. The everyday computer, hello? Turn back, turn back.
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety shades.
Our bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
I had some fun earlier with a bot following me repeatedly, so we'll go in afterwards and report that bot. There we go. Oh shit, that's stupid of me. Oh well. At least, knock on wood, when I'm having these lag issues, it's, knock on wood, not crashing anything. It's just making everything slow down a bit. It's not actually... actually crashing stuff, which is my main concern. I should be going through this quicker because I am determined to get to the junk heap today so I can upgrade weapons, but also like beating up boxes on the off chance that there may be something I need in there. There's always herbs, which I already have, but oh well. Cursed place where incomplete shades gather. There is nothing on the side, I know for a fact, so just go up to the roof. Some little shades in the meantime, because I have no heart. And I spoke too soon. Something did crash, but it was only Stream Deck. I'm sure I've rambled to you about this before, Pix. The problem I'm having at the moment is, so my screen will flicker and my second monitor sort of turns itself on and off, disconnects itself at random. And I figure it's either a problem with the monitor itself, the cable, or my graphics card. And I am desperately hoping the problem is with the cable, because that will be the cheapest to replace. And I'm terrified that the problem is with the graphics card. And I have, therefore, put off dealing with it, in case it is the graphics card, so that I don't have... The thing is, like, I need to upgrade, I need to get a new monitor anyway. This one's the second-hand when I got it, several years old now, and it's not HDMI, it's the one, I think it's VGA that you like screw in at the back. Oh no, don't worry about it, Pigs. That's got money in my savings for that exact reason. I just don't want to spend the money in the first place. To be honest, my graphics card probably does also need updating, seeing as it's no longer supported by Radeon, but just need to, like, win the lottery or something. What I need is for Mr. Biden to give us another check. Mr. Biden's last check went towards repairing my PC last time, so if you could just give me another one. It'll be fine. I will sort it out. Just like my hope is resting on it being either the cable or the monitor, and yeah, I do need a new monitor. I'd like to get an HDMI one, and they're not super expensive secondhand. I've treated you all poorly. I mocked you, betrayed you, all because you went Gestalt before the change was complete. The offer is very appreciated, Pixie. Thank you. After all this, I think I can understand you. I think we can speak as equals. This makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our life. What was that? In-game dialogue. What was that? Exactly as it sounds. My neighbour from across the hall closes their door. The doors to all of the apartments are fire doors, so they can be quite loud when they close.
Kaine, Emil, look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun!
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emil.
You got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I love Kaine. She's my favourite. Kaine is very, very good. There we go, shipping Sunday. And... I have... got mildly lost, but not badly. Okay, I'll get our frames back in a second. Oops. There we go. So, best way to jump up is to just spear pops. Okay. My number one fear all the time. Hello, shades. Spawn.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Just kick him aside.
Rude weird dialogue. Also going to hop up this way, just to see, and then change my mind because that feels like a drop that I will struggle with. Touch them. I think this is one of the timed fights.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
Stop, little ones. They're too strong for you.
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
Okay, sure as shit is. I'm not the leader. Because I feel I am them. It is they who saved me. Stop hurting my friends.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying here.
Foolish creatures. You cannot hope to best me.
Yep. Well. This is NieR Replicant. NieR Automata is the sequel to this, but this is a remake of the original NieR, which had 2 different releases, and this has like brought the Japanese release to Western audiences. Those are my friends.
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there, Sunshine. You ain't feeling bad for this freak, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
It's good. I'm really enjoying this. It's very different vibe to that of Automata.
Kaine!
There she goes.
Oh, you're kidding me!
This is, I think, time 2. Come on, you stupid arm, move. That's what I say to my computer when it's misbehaving. We are incomplete, but our friends make us whole. We are frame drops and crying. Our friends make us whole. Right. Stepped in some tomato sauce, it's fine. Automata very much has the vibe of existential crisis stuck in a tug of war that has no meaning.
Kaine! Are you alright? Kaine!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
Whereas this is more...
No! Kaine!
This is more...
What is happening?
Individual things are terrible, and also what happens when the actions of humanity from thousands of years ago start to have an effect on us. Yes, fun possessed Kaine is not at all terrifying.
It's Kaine's shade!
With no other choice, we must strike it down.
Kaine! Come back!
Yep. It's...
Dear.
Kaine! Kaine!
It reminds me, I guess, it seems to have similar aesthetic to what I think Horizon Zero Dawn does.
Kaine!
Of like a high fantasy world in the ruins
I couldn't hold it back.
of what used to be our world.
I can't be with
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak, and I'm sad, and I'm lonely. But you make me strong. You're my friend, and I need you. So don't you dare leave me!
Fun fact, Mill continues the dialogue there whether you press the button to continue or not.
Alright. Stop crying. And thanks. I'm alright.
As your question picks, I'm not actually 100% sure. So there was NieR Gestalt and
Over there.
NieR something else. And one of them was released only in Japan, the other one was released only in the West. And the stories, I think, are more or less the same. The major difference is that in one you play as the character that we are now, Brother NieR, who is trying to save his sister, and then the other one you play as Father NieR, who is trying to save his daughter. To my knowledge, that's like the... that's the major difference. And so the Replicant is sort of both. It's a sort of ultimate remake in the sense that it's, you know, for a modern age, and it's very, in my opinion, very, very well adapted for PC. It has none of the problems that Automata had, but it also brings the story of Brother NieR. And it's because he's the character that I've been playing with, but I quite like Brother NieR. I think he appeals to me more because it's, I guess, more painful, because you look at him and you think, especially in the first half of the game, you're like, that's a kid. And even now, I look at him and I think, that kid cannot be older than like 16, 17.
And what is this,
It's me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
Well, he's older and has really good genes, but...
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
I don't know, like... It's difficult to say, like, if you like Automata, you'll like
It's a
this.
cipher of some kind.
Can you determine its meaning?
Because, obviously, they're both, you know, written by Yoko Taro, they're both Yoko Taro games set within the same universe, but they impact you in very different ways, I think.
I think this is the key to unlocking the Shadow Lord's castle. Here, take a look at this.
And the questions they raise are very different.
I wrote down all the words I can understand. This fragment is called the Stone Guardian. Given that you found it in the Lost Shrine, the words must mean something. There are spaces here for 4 other fragments as well. Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus. The Law of Robotics probably refers to the Junk Heap. And
Do
the
you not
Memory
know?
Tree might be the Forest of Myth. But as for Sacrifice and Loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue.
Not a
Trust me,
problem.
they both suck.
If we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right?
Oh,
Neat.
splendid. By all means, let us undertake a murderous rampage.
They're just shades. Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow
They're
Lord.
just shades, famous last words.
It's a dangerous task.
Yeah, well, Yona's in even more danger.
But how can you even be sure that she's...
Because she is! Right? The Junk Heap and the Forest of Myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please be careful.
Absolutely not. Junk Heap first.
Oh, and listen. About Kaine and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just... they're scared, you know? People can't change overnight. I'll hurry them along the best I can. But can you please give them a little more time?
That's very cool.
I'll try.
Pardon me. Grimoire Weiss to me always sounds a bit like he's like putting on a Snape affectation, but not like, oh, he's trying to sound like Snape, more like Junk Heap.
Popola said we might be able to find a key fragment in the Junk Heap.
Perhaps we can find a clue at Two Brothers' weaponry.
More like Snape is the inspiration for the voice. I don't know. Something I find interesting about this is that the whole, well, two things. The first, that the whole NieR series is a spins off of one of the bad endings for Drakengard 3, I want to say.
Looks like he left the village. Yeah. You think he'll be able to find all the fragments? If he doesn't, these past 5 years will have all been for nothing. Now that we know the location of the original Gestalt, the Shadow Lord, we have to stop his rampage. I can't believe the Shadow Lord ran off and holed up like that. I worry the shades who guard the key fragments will pose too much of a threat.
There we go. I knew it was one of the Drakengards, I don't know them very well, so...
Maybe so. But we're pretty much out of options at this point. You having second thoughts, sis? No. The plan is all that matters. We must see the plan to completion. He is simply a tool to that end.
The other thing that is interesting, but it is also a massive spoiler for this game, is that, in a way, I'll just say this, in a way the characters that you play as in this game are, I haven't, not in the slightest. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I'll get into it, and then I think about how much of it there is, and I just get overwhelmed. I like my fiction podcast, short and sweet, and otherwise I normally listen to non-fiction stuff that I can put on in the background and not have to super concentrate. Give it to me now. Nope. Yeah, something. One of the other many things interesting about this is that, in a way, the characters of NieR Replicant and the characters of NieR Automata, going the wrong way around because the adult shades that I need to beat up eventually are out, so I'm going to go beat some of them up. Are. I don't want to necessarily say that they're on different sides, but. You're around here somewhere. Adult shade. Oh, hang on. Okay. Sorry, I have to. I have actually barely watched any of the Lego things, so unfortunately that is not helpful for me, but I'm sure he's been in other games that I played. Sorry, the strange noise there was me having to fix something. It might be something actually. Turn auto battle off and sometimes there's one over here. Oops, look. Nice. Wait, hang on, that might be the only one that I don't need. I know it is one of the ones I need. Cool. Nice. Sailor Moon is another show that I have seen bits of but never really got into. Okay. For nil lag hours. Yeah, give me jewelry. Christ, these frames are absolutely like nothing. Here we go. Whatever. Shades that I need to beat up aren't out today, so okay, yeah. That's a role that I do recognise. I have a distinct feeling Advent Children may have been my first introduction to the Final Fantasy franchise, because I've only completed 2 games in that franchise, which is whatever the 7th one was that was about the vampire guy, and Revenant Wings, which is the sequel to FF12, and I got halfway through 7 and like 2/3 of the way through 10 and 3, and in all 3 cases gave up. Nice. Speaking of franchises that I haven't played, Drakengard is one of those that I would desperately love a remake of, so that I can, Vincent, that's his name. I would love a remake of the Drakengard franchise because I really want to play them. And as I only have a PC, I probably won't have the chance to. So.
Damn! Where'd they go?
One day.
Get him! Don't let him escape!
Are we gonna die now? My child.
I see something over there!
You're almost grown up now, my child. Stay strong. You must run now. Do you understand? Run as fast as you can. What about you? I'll challenge them and give you time to escape. No, you can't. Be safe, my child. Be safe and happy. Promise me that you will remember your mother. Wait. Let's go together.
Here! They're in here!
Don't leave me. Welcome to NieR Replicant Part 2. Everything's sad all the time. Mum, why? Who's there?
Who are you?
I'm clear. What's your name?
Military defense robot, P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes.
I'm crying, you big dumb robot. I miss my mum.
What is crying? Who is Mom?
Doesn't matter. I can't see her ever again because she's dead.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years ago? Really?
874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, then 43 minutes, 44 minutes.
Aren't you lonely?
I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying.
I'm crying because I don't want to die.
You will die.
If the humans catch me, they're gonna kill me.
Why will they kill you? I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil. Military defense robot P-33 will protect you.
You're gonna help me?
P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Oh, hooray. Thanks, robot. And since we're friends now, I'm gonna call you BP.
Man, there's gotta be tons of machinery here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh, wow. Check this out. It looks brand new.
Hey, be careful, all right? This place is dangerous.
I'll be fine.
Oh, no!
Huh?
Look out!
Huh? 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 Jacob! Oh God, this can't be happening! Jacob! Jacob! No!
Super duper ouch. Welcome to NieR Replicant Part 2. That was scary. Everything sucks and my back hurts.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think they were chasing me. They seem nice. It's always fun watching these scenes, knowing what's going to happen later. But also, no matter how many times I watch them, this is now my 4th go-round.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers.
They never get less
They
depressing or
might know
painful.
something about this.
Hello.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while.
You're the little one, aren't you? You've grown up.
How fares your brother?
My brother's been dead for 4 years.
Oh, I see. Please forgive the question.
It's okay.
I need to ask you something.
What is it?
You heard any rumors about shades around here? Not the little ones. I'm looking for one that's unusually big and powerful.
No, I haven't heard about anything like that. But I haven't really been listening. All I want is to destroy robots. Just rip them up.
Okay. Never mind then. Seal it.
Wait!
Yes.
I recently got my hands on a weapon. A very powerful weapon. I thought you might get some use out of it.
Don't we already have this weapon?
these things happen the second time around. This sword has seen better days.
Yeah, it's pretty beat up. I mean, there's potential, but it's fairly powerless right now.
Can you repair it?
I can repair anything with the proper materials.
If you'll fix it, I'll get the parts.
I'm so glad I decided not to throw this out. I'm gonna need some memory alloy. Only the real big enemies on the second basement level have them, so watch yourself. Also, here's the passcode to get down there. Use it on the elevator.
You got it.
I need an absolute shit ton of memory alloy. 13 of them, they only come from one boss.
I'm gonna need only the real bit.
You got it.
What can I help you with?
Meantime, let's upgrade a bunch of things. I've forgotten which ones I just did. Should just have the lily leaf sword. Okay, Pix, take care. Have a good night. You too, and thank you again. Look after yourself. All ones need other objects. Right. Ancient Overlord. Twins. Phoenix Sword. All the way up. Now that's it. Cool. Virtuous Treaty. fix my spreadsheet up in my own time.
Come back.
Now we have loads of weapon stories to read. So we'll go through those. Oops. That one. That's right, here's the weapon that'll be ending your life. Don't sweat it, there's nothing to worry about. It'll be a pain in the likes of which you never felt before. In fact, you won't even feel pain at first, it'll be more like water sliding across your skin. Honestly, for most folks, they don't get the pain that makes them scream. It's the sight of their own blood flowing out of them. Yeah, won't end so easy. See this blade right here? This part of the blade right here? This part hurts like a real son of a bitch. It's my favourite, which is why I always save it for last. I like to lose it after people's voices get too hoarse and you can't tell what they're saying, which is the real... Fucking hell are you ever loud? Mind piping down there? Gonna make my hand slip. Won't kill you right away, so don't worry about a thing there, champ. Gonna take my sweet time before you finally give up the ghost. Honestly, you'd be surprised how much it takes to kill a person. I mean, think about it. People got two eyes, most of them anyway, and 2 ears. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 20 nails across the lot, and don't even get me started on joints, because folks got 100 of the damn things. We got plenty of ways to keep ourselves entertained. Why am I doing this? No, ain't that a question. Buddy, I'm just doing what you've been doing for a good long while now. Nabbing innocent citizens on fake charges, torturing them and putting their severed heads on display. That ring any bells, buddy? Should, because it was all you. Guess maybe you forgot about that, eh? Well, that's okay. I'll spend all the time it takes to make sure you remember every last thing you did to my wife and daughter. Sisters were puppets of complex machinery. So fun was their construction that any who laid eyes upon them assumed they were human in every way. They were the embodiment of man's greatest technological achievements. They walked like humans, ate like humans, laughed like humans. The one thing they could not do, however, was shed tears, for they were not designed in that way. Looks at camera. Because the sisters were machines, they felt nothing. Oh, they might mourn as humans did, but they experienced no true sadness, for they did not know what sadness was. Even when their friends perished in tragic accidents and the creator died of disease, they felt nothing. To the sisters, all it meant was that these people no longer existed. It was a warm spring day when a lone cat wandered into the home. It was a scrawny, filthy thing riddled with disease. What a birth, the sisters thought, as they looked down at the wretched creature. But they fed it milk, wiped it clean and kept it warm, and soon the cat was well again. From that day forth it would linger wherever the sisters were, brushing against the legs when it wanted food. If it caught a mouse, it would bring it back to burst its prowess. If it wanted love, it would cry out to them in a mewling voice. What a bother, the sisters thought. It was a cold winter's day when the cat came into the house, let out a feeble squeak, and died. Time and time again did the younger sister shake the cat's body. Time and time again did the elder sister call out to it, but the cat neither moved nor responded. In that moment the sisters felt as though they felt something break deep inside their chests, and from that day forth they truly felt nothing at all. We finally ran out of money. Food costs a lot more nowadays because of the war. We tried begging at the church, but they have their hands full caring for the wounded and can't spare anything. The owners really lost a lot of weight. Wish I could get something to eat. July 15th. We met a nice lady who gave us some food. First I thought she was homeless like us, but she said she was joining some kind of relief and support thing run by the government, so we decided to go with her. At least Yona seems to be doing okay today. August 1st. That nice lady from before used a book and turned into a monster. We ran away as fast as we could, because I don't think she's human anymore. Everything those adults told us was a lie. They won't give us money and they won't treat you themselves. Also, there's a huge wall around the city now and we can't get out. We should never have come here. August 5th. It's so cold today. Can't believe it's summer. Can actually see my breath. We decided to hide from the monsters in an abandoned supermarket. We found a few old cans of food there, but now those are gone. Also, Yona's cough just won't quit. Got a really bad feeling about this. There was once ritual gathering of spirits held on the night of the 10th full moon of the year. During the ceremony, they would gather on the shores of a lake and boast to one another of all the evil deeds they had performed during the year. The first spirit took great joy in telling of the unfathomably cruel way she killed some of the finest soldiers in the land. Over the years, she transformed her shape into a lady of the night and called out to various men. They tore off every last piece of their body when they came to her bed. The soldiers, ashamed that their skills could not save them, shed bitter tears as they died, and the spirit claimed they were the most delicious thing she had ever tasted. The next spirit regaled the others with the story of cunning and guile. One night, she threw a small boy into the bog. When his older sister came to rescue him, she too sank into the bog. These two were followed by their parents, the other siblings, then extended relatives, until finally every member of the village was sleeping at the bottom of the bog. When the spirit finished her story, she was so beside herself with glee she didn't even notice the saliva that dripped down her chin. Nervously, the smallest spirit in the group stepped forward to address the crowd. "I am the most amazing of us all," cried the oft-ridiculed spirit at the top of her lungs, "for it was I who thrust all living creatures into terror's deepest depths." The other spirits, unable to contain their mirth, collapsed to the ground and rolled about, and their laughter did not cease until the horrifying monster the small spirit had summoned from the demon world devoured each and every last one of them. Higurashi.jpg. This is the story of a long time, long, long ago. There was once a beautiful bird with splendid feathers that lived a quiet life deep in the forest. One day, a lost child wandered into the woods. He came from a place of famine and had been abandoned in the forest as a way to reduce the number of mouths to feed. Taking pity on the feeble, starving child, the beautiful bird plucked one of its own feathers and gave it to him. When he returned home, his family was overjoyed by the feather and permitted him to live with them once more. Hearing the child's story, one person after another descended on the forest to tell the beautiful bird how poor and unfortunate they were. Each time, the bird would pluck a feather and give it away, pluck a feather and give it away, until it had no more to give in its once beautiful village that should become shabby beyond recognition. But the shabby bird had no regrets. One day, the original child appeared before the shabby bird, which was featherless and freezing in the cold. He had come seeking a bird with resplendent feathers that he might repay the creature's earlier kindness. Overjoyed, the shabby bird said to the child, "It is you I seek. If I might beg a favour, would you hold me to your chest and warm your freezing body?" Sparing a single glance at the shabby bird, the child called it a liar and cut it down with a large blade. He then roasted the bird, ate every last part, and set out anew to find the beautiful bird who had once saved his life. The story takes place in a small country around the same latitude as the northernmost member of a nation and city-states that are a part of a region with a village that is attempting to establish a trade agreement with another village on a tiny island in the ocean south of the country that used to have an alliance with the Republic next to a kingdom where a queen resided. It was asked by the owner of the shop frequented by a wet nurse who looked after the child born of an adulterous relationship by a wife of the master of a foolish servant who fell in love with a beautiful queen who appears in the poems of a minstrel who was loved by the country's king's wife's little brothers, cousins, big brother, son-in-law's foster child. Where does one store the throne that was supposed to be adorned with decorations crafted from the materials of the handle of the lid of the pot that is the same weight as tableware that is the same colour as the weather vane on the neighbouring house that could be seen from the peephole of the door in a reflection of a mirror with an ornamental frame decorated with silent carvings engraved with supposed to be adorned with decorations crafted from the materials of the handle of the lid of a pot that is the same weight as tableware that is the same colour as a weather vane on a neighbouring house that can be seen from the peephole of a door in the reflection of a mirror with an ornamental frame decorated with silver carvings engraved with a fragment that was made when creating the whetstone used to polish this kitchen knife. The person who heard that question was the wife's husband, little sisters, big brothers, daughters, grooms, little brothers, nephews, fathers, mothers, husbands, brides, nieces, fathers-in-law's wives, husband, little sisters, big brothers, daughters, grooms, little brothers, nephew, father's mother's husband, bride, nieces, father-in-law's wife's husbands, little sisters, big brothers, daughters, grooms, little brothers, nephews, father's mother's husbands, brides, niece, father-in-law's wife, nieces, father-in-law's wife, wife's fathers, little sisters, big brothers, daughters, grooms, little brothers, nephews, fathers, mothers, husbands, brides, nieces, fathers-in-law, wives, husbands, little sisters, big brothers, daughters, grooms, little brothers, nephews, father. And that's that. She was a hopelessly slow woman. Impossibly clumsy. It would take her 3 times longer than anyone else to accomplish the task. She walked slowly, talked slowly, she even blinked slowly. So slow was the woman that she could not even draw water to anyone's satisfaction. The children began calling her the cow and laughing when she passed by, but she would only chuckle in response. She was a hopelessly dull woman. When she fell in true blood, she would carry on as though in a daze. Though coins often dropped from her purse, she never managed to retrieve one. And if someone spoke ill of her to her face, it would take hours for her to realise the truth. When the children saw her, they would hurl rocks with glee. She was a hopelessly foolish woman. One summer, when the village was suffering the most terrible drought, the women vanished. The children all starved to death. The villagers spent no time worrying about the woman who ran away. 2 days later, the rain fell and the village was saved, but the woman did not return. And on the 20th day, a shaman arrived at the village. The shaman held a spear with a pair of horns that was oiled and sticky to the touch. So heavy was the spear that none could wield it effectively, although even if they managed to lift it, the weapon wasn't capable of piercing through anything at all. The shaman forced it on the people and left it with them, but none dared approach it, and to this day it quietly slumbers in a forgotten corner of the village. This is the story of a sorrowful prince, a tale of a kingdom in a time long past. Attacked by the forces of darkness, the nation was annihilated in a single night by inhuman soldiers with red eyes and a group of black dragons so numerous they blotted out the sky. Having infiltrated the king's castle, the black dragons visited upon the king and queen the most horrible fate. It is said that their stomachs were torn open by the black dragon's mighty claws, and the very floor they stood upon became a sea of blood. The prince and princess, though racked with sorrow, escaped to live another day. The prince, spurred by the shock of witnessing his parents' tragic end, became consumed by a desire to exact vengeance. This is the story of a terrifying prince, a history of a conflict in the long ago. Obsessed with laying low his hated enemies, the prince indulges in his vengeance day after day. Even when faced with foes who take ill, he chases them down and tears them apart from groin to garment. The carnage is so horrific, his fellow soldiers whisper tales of how they saw him mutilating bodies that are already long dead. Perhaps because no commander can control him, the prince is set to an even harsher battle. This is the story of a fooled prince, the whereabouts of fate in the long ago. The prince's next battleground is a castle that guards a goddess. He lays waste to all before him, hacking arms, cleaving legs, rending stomachs, gouging eyes, separating heads from shoulders. But soon the injured prince can no longer tell the difference between the blood that rains down and that which comes from his own wounds, and he collapses in a heap. As he writhes in pain, coughing up gouts of hot blood, he lifts his gaze and sees a hated dragon standing before him. This is the story of a mad prince, a meeting with a dragon in the long ago. An injured red dragon stands before the prince, and though it is a different colour than the beast that killed his parents, he feels the need to avenge himself upon it regardless. But as he raises his sword, the dragon says, "In exchange for both our souls, human, I will save your life and grant you power." After some thought, the prince makes a pact. Matters not to him what he might lose in the deal or that it involves a dragon. All he cares about is that he continues swinging his blade. So he swings and swings and swings, and with each blow, his heart fills with a desire as black as the deepest night. Drakengard.Panaga. Okay,
I'm gonna need only the real. You got. By the. What can I help you with?
Whoops.
Come.
Fuck, that's not what I want to do.
I'm only. You got. By the. What can I help you?
Strengthen weapons. This needs necklace. Memory alloy, mysterious switch, for finding the twins, virtuous treaty, silence, virtuous dignity. Sorry if you can hear people outside. And level 2 is Iron Worm, Transience, Spirit in the Circle, Dreamlands. Number 1 is Fool's Lament.
Come.
Sorry about this. I know it is not the most interesting thing for me to do on camera, but there we go. Okay. absolutely fucked up my spreadsheet, but that's okay. I'll fix it later. Cool. Well, I'm very glad to have done that because that's something I've been meaning to do for ages. I'm now going to get an absolute fuck ton of memory alloy. Not actually, I'm probably just going to get one. But I'm going to need to have access at least to the robots that I can farm through it later down the line, because I need so much of it.
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
I'm not going to... I'm going straight down to the basement, because we're being efficient. Whoops. But also because all the enemies that I need to kill are down there. I still think carrots are gross. I do if they're cooked. Raw carrots I like. Cooked carrots vile.
The elder brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly happy?
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
You say so. I need is mysterious switches. So there's a couple of things I'm moving here, but... Worry about them later. I can't remember what any of them are, which is why I'm going to do the whole thing. Also because up at the top there are boxes which sometimes contain valuables that I need. Switches. Is there anything else? Actually, not if they drop from these kinds of units. I'm getting lots of nice robot pieces that I can then sell later. Okay, and we're having some lag, so we're going to wait a second for that to clear up. pardon me. Well, let's wait a bit. Every time I say that, it behaves for a second, and then it's like, surprise, bitch. Try something. I don't know chords. And either. Rip. Lamau. My luck with these boxes is abysmal. Oh, no, one item I need. One is better than none, I guess. They said, sadly. Nice music. Bunch of drops that I don't need. It's titanium alloy. Don't need, and then memory alloy for story purposes, but we'll continue to do the other bits. Because if I could get just one memory alloy, I would be happy bunny. Thank you for the follows. Sorry for the pause there, but I checked my emails. There we go. Everything's fine. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to just focus on running, not on hitting, because if we kill them in the air, we don't get any of their drops, so it doesn't count. The silence while I see meals sometimes. Where on earth is Kaine? Sort of appears here suddenly. Hello. These guys are there. Titanium alloy. I don't need it, I don't want it, I don't like it. Memory alloy. Apparently the best way to farm is sort of go in and out of this room repeatedly until it spawns with the memory alloy. Oh, one mysterious switch. And two. Well, that's definitely two. Okay. I'm good for that at least. Okay, can't get in there. Oh, fucking boards. Lots of nice robot parts that I can sell. Buy what I'm really after, which is endless iron ore. the native boss room has got people outside say hello. Jesus, can have none a memory alloy as a punishment. Anyway. All the way up to the depths. Make our way out. It's nice to come back and sell every last one of these. Yeah, seems kind of tired lately. Better make him something to taste it. Get him up on his feet, please. Love that. Auto battle, because I'm not interested in fighting these guys. Just in getting out here. Here, there's nothing. Head up this way. And up to the surface. Okay, ready? What's the ship?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
You were doing great, BB. You've learned so much.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Well, there's tons of stuff I don't know either. Maybe we should leave here and go explore the world.
Because we are friends.
That's right. Go. It's gonna be fun. looks at camera, looks back, looks at camera, so on. Emerge, kicking and screaming into the daylight. To drop some frames. Go talk to this guy.
That's some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it. Well, actually, this is gonna take a little more time than I thought. No sense in you waiting around. I'll send you a letter once it's ready.
Always feels so suspicious to me.
No sense in you waiting.
That would be great.
By the way, what can I help you with?
Why must it take so long? Okay. Can help the twins.
Come back.
I'm also going
no sense in.
That would be.
By the way, what can I help you with?
Right. Oops. So many things. Oops. Let's hope any of these. Let's hope some of these. 25 bloody titanium arrows.
Come back.
It appears we have some free time on our hands.
Let's head straight for the
Opal
forest.
said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
Forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
I'd like to keep going to the 3-hour mark, not least because I would like to get through this relatively quickly. But we'll see. Beat up a bunch of tiny shades that I don't actually need to kill. And not you. You. You jewelry. because, yeah, one of these that hangs around here. I mentally like call them the teacher shades. I mentioned this earlier because seeing them with like the herds of the kid shades always makes me think of them like being either parents or teachers like out with the kids. And so in my head, beat up the teacher shades, give me jewelry. Oh, I should read the new weapons through that I got. I asked even this one. Nothing wonderful. Let's head off. Just a myth.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Cursed phrase.
Weird.
Well, guess we are gonna go take a stab at this house. And
We are the grass, the trees, the woods.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
ask myself that every day.
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Vice is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Black, pure darkness, painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words. All sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, whispered the tree in the voice of the wind through the leaves. This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed. Once, long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. Shivered with something approaching joys that collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they'd formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into a pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. Colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child with a dream it loved from all. Look at my memory. Child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleak sheet upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions. Weariness, hatred, swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green. I can't type. Deep green eyes. She is a beacon of brightness in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, this might not be so. But the conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises. And another, and another. The warrior knows that struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep inside the warrior's drug-out mind lays a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. But a woman's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. That memory has been lost. Shame. It was a favourite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labelled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, the distinct feeling that something was missing. The amount of memories that so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but the memories refused to flow. Full of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room NieR had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, he suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the forest of myth, its villagers prisoners in their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As much he stared at the jewel, bewildered, voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. But there, a small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. The shade appears to be consuming the memories. These things eat memories? The tree exploded and vanished towards NieR. Without a second thought, NieR brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jules burst forth from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree. There is the conviction memory I'd lost, and satisfaction. And many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. But animal silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things. But rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore. Spat out glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the colour of the lost emperor? It was green. Sada's intelligence and emotion. Who cares? NieR brushed by his comet beside his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. Shade extended its remaining arm to NieR. Must touch him. Must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against NieR, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to well. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm and out to its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions it had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul. And the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. How many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? Her daughter and 63 friends. Real time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, cried the book. Secure the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time was essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed in its world, way into the walls. This world is falling apart. How can a world of letters... Most important thing, world... Kill me. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letter slowly faded, NieR was drawn back to the robot, and the tree was satisfied. I've looked quite a few times for an explanation of what's going on in the Forest of Myth, and people describe, like, what's going on, but they don't explain it.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
Looks at camera like I'm in the office.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill him without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
Looks at camera again. Obtain the memory tree fragment. Time. Check to see if letters arrived.
Let's see if the junk heap kid sent us a letter.
Probably. They only spawn when I go past. Not cloudy enough for the seeing it. Don't mind me, just here looking for the adult shades who are casters and make the pow 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 movement with their hands. They fight at the time, but they also get on the ground.
Hey, sis. How goes the code breaking? Harder than I expected. It's going to take some more time. More importantly, how is the child who drifted ashore getting along? Right on schedule so far. I mean, we knew she was powerful enough to destroy an entire ship, but now she's grown even stronger.
Looks at camera.
There is one thing, though. She's started to obsess over becoming human. If that's a problem, we need to nip it in the bud. If the Shadow Lord resists the plan, we'll need her power to defeat him. I know, Popola, I know. Jeez, relax, will ya? It's a fool's dream, and we both know it. She doesn't have a receptacle, so she can't become human, no matter how badly she wants to.
Check.
You have a letter, it would seem.
Your personal request to make a deal.
Personal request, hmm?
He's done a lot for us. We should see what he wants. Off to the junk heap, then.
Via first house to see the sparklers. That's a chunky amount of gold there. Okay, and back to the junk heap. See if we can't. A, get some memory alloy and other things, and B, complete Gideon's story. I think after that I'm going to break, because even though I wanted to do more, I am actually feeling very tired, as I so often do on a Sunday. Little cast of kids, because they are kids, they don't drop them on something. Yeah, that reminds me, I need to get to the weapon story. Put that one somewhere at the top. I'm the tool that's limiting. We've been together since we were born. We're together when we eat, when we sleep, and when we dream. We share everything. We share the milk we get from Mummy and the nice things Daddy says to us. But we're not together when we die. Daddy took me and cut off my head, and Mum took my sister and cut off her head. But it's okay. Our blood got all mushed up into a big axe, so now we can be together forever. Creepy. Yeah, I wanted to also see if to change weapons. Much less damage. Answer is no. Phoenix Spear is still my favourite. here. Obsessively save all the time as a side effect of all my item grinding, where every time I got the item I needed, I would instantly go save.
Hey there. Your weapon is ready to go.
Great, thanks.
You know, with a weapon like that...
You were going to say?
I need to ask you for a favor.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to avenge my brother.
That is a rather ponderous favor.
It's my mission. It's the whole reason I've been creating these weapons for the past 4 years. I don't care about money. I only care about making a weapon strong enough to kill those bastards.
Which bastards?
The ones in the mountain. That little Shade and his robot.
A Shade has joined forces with a robot?
Shade's joined forces with a robot?
There's a Shade in there?
Yes.
And what have we decided?
We're gonna kill it.
You've got to kill him. By the way, what can I help you?
Just checking. Necklace, memory alloy, mask of steel, memory alloy, ring, bracelet, pivot, normal pearl, memory.
Come back soon.
Okay, Damascus steel, memory alloys, and pyrite. That's what I need. Most of them. And some jewelry from Tin Robots. Tin Robots, geez, killing shades. Once again, we are going to head straight to B2. I listen to the song so much more fun. In here, you would. I'm also only going to kill... I'm not going to go into the little rings. I'm going to go into the big rings. Because I'm tired and also impatient. Please. Look. Fed up with it. I don't need any more of it. don't know what the purpose of those movable boxes is. No, we don't need titanium alloy anymore. Damascus steel is a tree. This is my wow, your luck is terrible. Okay. Yes, one a memory alloy. As a treat. Finally. Still wasn't a complete paste. It's because of the issue I had with my room just got noticeably darker and creeped me out for a second. There we go. Happy level up to me. Where are we going? Come on, wrong way. Okay, well. God only knows what that was, huh? Good. Noted Dragon Guard character. Do this, run down and do the other big room. My luck for once, not terrible. Way down. That's mine. First. Can have a bomb. Nope, get it all the way through here. Ouch. It's fine. Four perhaps, which very, very lucky. Pitch, very lucky. 4/4, do love to see it. Now I only need 9 more. Ooh, way back up. Into the depths. Actually infinitely faster for me to let these guys with their magic handle the flyers and then just run around and pick up the items. Better aiming than I am. Yeah. Just fucking leg it.
I've never heard of a shade living with a machine. What's that about?
Don't know, don't care. All that matters is that we kill them both.
Well then, yeah. Still kind of filled with a desire for only murder. Lust flew around.
It seems we have found the entrance to our robot friend's hideout.
Right. Let's head down.
Are you mad? We've no idea what lies below.
Beats going the long way around. Come on.
So practical. It's going the long round. I was trying to do a fancy jump. Didn't it? Very spooky, I have to say.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
As we can see, we've clearly got a Dalek.
Looks like we found him.
Good lord, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
We're beaten good.
Look at the shade!
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs! Knock it down!
Take out the shade!
Friends, I am just hitting grab right now, to be quite honest.
Exterminating. Ing. 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 Ing.
People, wait, that's enough. You're going to be destroyed if you keep fighting.
Must defend my mission.
No, I can't live without you. We go.
Exterminating. Ing. 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 Ing.
This thing can transform?
This is much squishier this time, though. Stop. BP is my best friend in the whole world. Stop hurting me. There's a little bit there, like Neil was feeding me his magic.
Must defend my mission. Defend my mission.
Sorry for the frame drops, my computer freaked out there, as it so often does. It's like, oh, you're getting to a dramatic bit? Well, enjoy suffering. BP, I'm sorry. I'm not strong enough. I wanted to be with you forever.
Khalil, together. BP, alone. BP, cry.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why?
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
Hey, come on. That's enough.
I did it! Now that this goddamn thing is dead, I can forage wherever I want! Just wait, you goddamn freak! Now I can make all kinds of powerful weapons! Just leave it to me! Leave it all to me!
Look, we get it, okay?
Looks around, scared. Well, let's head out here for now.
Hatred and madness will never heal a wounded heart.
Maybe it's just all he's capable of right now.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
Yeah, I know.
Obtained the Laurel Road, which is a key fragment. Oops. What I want to do is save. Extremely important.
Maybe Popel has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
We are going to go chat to Poplar. The reason I'm doing this now is so that I can come back and upgrade weapons later once he comes back to life, as it were.
You know, I've been thinking, why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Actually...
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
Looks at camera.
Right. Sure. The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
That's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
I love this so much.
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
You will you? Thanks, Emil.
It's too sunny to be speaking thereof. Shades need to be out. So we are just going to head out of here. They only come out on cloudy days. You can tell because the shades have already spawned, they don't spawn more as you walk through. Kind of is put together in all the right places, as it were. Okay. What? Pray tell, what the fuck is up?
Learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key, Popola?
You know, I was just going to talk to you about that. You remember the Eyrie, right?
That depressing shell of a village?
Not so much anymore, it sounds like. I just got this letter from the village chief. Have a look.
Greetings to you and your village, hope everything is well. One of our villagers came to the meaning behind the term sacrifice. More than welcome to speak with him on the matter as part of your visit to the Eyrie.
Sacrifice? Isn't that the name of one of the key fragments?
This definitely isn't suspicious
That's right.
at all.
I've been trading notes with leaders from every town in the land.
You're amazing, Popola.
This entire affair strikes me as a bit too convenient.
I'm afraid Grimoire Weiss is correct.
What do you mean?
The Eyrie has been shut off from the world for years. And now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord.
I agree. It seems rather unnatural. And dangerous.
You're overthinking it. Besides, I don't care if it's dangerous. I won't get Yona back by just sitting around and waiting.
Mixed feelings.
If there are shades there, I'll just kill him and be done with it.
Oh dear.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess
Yep.
I won't stop you.
What Weiss said.
Try speaking with the chief when you get there.
Will do. The wedding in the village today. The bride wore a white dress that was really, really pretty.
The Eyrie, huh? Alright, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
Indeed. Before we do any of that, we are going to go save as usual. I have got a few. Well, I wish I paid attention when I upgraded things. Okay, cool. Right, up to date on that. Here's everything. So where is... Experience Cammy's story. Obtain other weapons in the game. You'll be able to make one final decision. Choice related. Riz. There's a document that I haven't read. And I know this. Because of the achievement. Okay. Cool. I understand now. Well, on that note then, I am going to end stream here. I am going to say thank you very much for watching, it is very much appreciated, and I do hope that you enjoyed. I will be streaming Final Fantasy XIV this Tuesday, where I will be getting my ult through the latest set of Eden raids and Yoha raids. Then on Thursday will be Destiny 2, where I'll be catching up on weeks 5 and 6 of Season of the Lost. Next Saturday will be Higurashi When They Cry. I'm going to have to take a second to pronounce this name, Kotohogushi, which is a very recently been translated by 07th Mod and is a prequel to the whole series. And then next Sunday will be more NieR Automata, where we'll be doing the 3 really depressing chapters, just like I did last time. Thank you very much for watching, it's very much appreciated. Do have a wonderful evening and be excellent to each other. I shall see you guys on Tuesday.